Hey guys, I hope you're doing great. This is my first English video tutorial from Voiceflow templates that I made. This template is just made by me because I wanted to create something that people can use easily, no code, and also providing with the information with the dynamic carousel creation of images in real time. Also, I have a plus on this template that is the language detector, where it's going to help us to translate everything in real time. So I'm gonna start just by the beginning of this, and this is right here. So if you wanna like support me or if you wanna ask me something, here's my Discord, here's my LinkedIn, here's my channel. Is a relative new channel of YouTube I just created to upload the tutorial and template videos. And this is my referral link of Voiceflow as certified creator. So yeah, in the first step, I just made here like a concept of steps to you know can figure out how to this working. Also by just reading. So, first of all, we need to get the data, the information from our Google Sheet. So in my case, I just created this table with this information that is not real, it's not like 100% real. I just created this information with an artificial intelligence. And the important thing of this table is the images, because the images are always gonna work us to create the dynamic carousel right here in the code step. So first of all, we need a Google account. We need to create a Google Sheet database where we're gonna upload all the information we want to try to work with. Could be information from your local storage, could be information like a products. It works for everything. So this is just a general case. But for this special case, we're gonna work with cars. So right here, the requirements that we need from this Google Sheet is the ID of the Google Sheet and the name of your Google Sheet spreadsheet. So where we gonna get this? We're gonna get this right here in the URL after the D slash all these numbers and letters. It's gonna be our ID, just from here to here. So this is gonna be the ID. To watch it better, I have the URL that I'm using right here. So you need to copy all the information that I start from here until it just get right here. So yeah, that will be our ID. And the spreadsheet name, it's always gonna be the name of your actual sheet. So data is gonna be the information for us. So after that, after getting all the information, we're gonna select the API block, the get, and we're gonna figure it out that the parameters is where we're gonna put the ID with the numbers and letters, and the sheet with the name of the actual spreadsheet name. So this right here is the referral link where we're gonna use to call all the information they get from Voiceflow API to the Google Sheet API. So after that, we go. How can we test it? So we're gonna test it right here just by clicking on the send request button, and we're gonna get something like this. 201. Okay, so everyone who have been working with the API blocks and all that stuff will recognize that this is all the information we get from when we made a request from the information to a Google Sheet. But if you are not like that comfortable with the programmation stuff, don't worry. I'm just gonna explain you this the easy way, and this is just the names by the columns, just ordered by the columns. And if you go here, you get rows. So you get all the variables just selected by the rows, that which is better for us because we need to identify to the name, the content, and the price and the image that it's assigned to just one item. So what we're gonna put right here in the capture response, we're gonna put the next response point that rows. So response that rows is gonna get us all the information that is on the rows that I show you, and then we're gonna save it in a variable. It could be which you want, whatever you want, but for my case, it's gonna be a variable that I name all types. So yeah. After that, we have here a code step. This is called a JavaScript block, and this block right here just I just made just one line of code because all types equal JSON stringify all types. It means that when we get the information, we cannot read that information just as soon as we receive the information. So we have only to put this kind of structure because we want to pass that information we get from us or from our Google Sheet to our into artificial intelligence that we're gonna use further. So yeah, after doing this, we're gonna go to the block conversional prompt block that is just going to use a prompt step that it's right here. In the second step, we're gonna use only two blocks connected, and it's talk prompt block that is here, and the listen capture block. So listen capture block is just gonna take the last utterance from the user, and the prompt block is just gonna process all the information that we have right now, um, even the user response, and we're gonna make this conversation. This is gonna be like a cycle of conversation for this special case of the cards. I just set up this prompt like here. So yeah, in the system, I just give them some example of instruction like you're a virtual assistant specializing in helping customer find the perfect vehicle. So yeah, and after that, I just made like a step-by-step of instructions for the filter that is gonna be like, hey, what is your budget? You have a brand preference? What kind of type of vehicle you're looking for, like SUV, coupe, and the model year, if you have a color in mind, all of that information, and also the user response and the language of the user response. That is very important for us. What I have right here is just gonna get the last utterance. As I said, we're gonna get the last response from the user, and if we don't get the last response, I have this step set set up for setting up for 20 seconds to give you a message like, hey, are you still there with me? You want to follow the conversation? So yeah, so what we do after we get the user response, so after that we gonna go to language detector component. This is a component I created for you all, and this is where the language traductor translate in real time section is going to happen. So yeah, if we come right here, we're gonna see I have an icons, huge icons, just above every single block. And why is this? This is because I just create this prompt step right here to verify if the language of the user response. So actually, if I type something in Spanish and the message is in English, it's gonna detect that it's in English. So he need to return, hey, user response is in English. And for this conditional, I just made another step that I just go into the conditional blocks, which give me example of this. I'm from Spain. I'm from Colombia. I speak Spanish, so basically, I just have to. I have this prompt just setting up like. Give me a second. I'm gonna show you. It's setting up in Spanish. So yeah, if the language is English, I'm gonna return English. So that's why these options are in Spanish. So you can just change it out if you like, or you can just leave it like that. So yeah. So what I'm gonna do next right here? So I have a few steps, and the first one of those steps is that I'm gonna verify if I have a variable called T language contains language. So what's that? This is because when I have English information right now and the user is responding on English as well, so it's gonna go this way because the actual language detected and the normal language, the actual language that it's registered, the last one, is the same, so it's gonna go this way. And because it's not connected to any path, it's just gonna go again right here. So yeah. So after that, we're gonna go to the conditional prompt, and this conditional prompt right here, it's very tricky, but it's really interesting how it works because it works like, hey, we're gonna check it out just by the BF memory. BF memory is a variable just storage the last 10 messages from the artificial intelligence with the final user. So if we verify in those last 10 interactions, if the final user it's already um, done with all the filters of the question that it's the artificial intelligence just asking him, then it's gonna verify that and it's gonna just return a number. Which number? It's gonna return 0 if that is not ended, or it's gonna return 1 is already done with the filters steps. So yeah, if it's done with the filter steps, we're gonna go to this block right here called filter pass carousel creation function, and this another prompt it's creating information to a variable called filter. And what is doing this right here is just making a really easy curious step, because if we have all the information of this, yeah, and we know that the only ones who are like completely inside of the filters that the final user wants, it's right this one and this one, for example, and this one, these filters is just gonna say that, hey, I just gonna pass these variables. So the final answer for filter with this prompt is gonna be like the names of the vehicles that matches with the user filters. So yeah, after that we're gonna evoke the function, and the variables that are input is gonna be the filter that I told you right now, and all types, that is the information that we have already from all the vehicles, you know, all the vehicles right now. And also carousel, this is an output variable. This is the final carousel, dynamic carousel, that is we're gonna show you guys. And to if you like to program, or if you want to change this to your vision or your client or your products, this is as easy as just go to this function right here. It's all documented, and you have only to copy all this function and just send it to artificial intelligence as GPT, as Cloud, even DeepSeek, and you only need to say like, "Hey, I just want to change it to whatever you want," because it's really good documented, and with this in mind, it's gonna be really easy for the artificial intelligence to get to process this function and just give it like one or two trains difference. So yeah, after this, we're gonna show you the last step, and this is a custom action right here. This is just some block called custom action. This is a text block message that is depend on the five predefined languages I made, like French, German, English, Spanish, Portuguese. But if none of those, like I don't know, like Hindi, for example, and then it's gonna book a real-time translation pot- potential with the artificial intelligence. So yeah, after this, we're gonna call action body carousel. That is the one which we want the output variable, and then we're gonna get the last utterance. We're gonna wait for the last response from the user if we wanna like search for another vehicles, and this is just a loop of this. The actual buttons are not like configure, because this is just a show of the template that I made just to let you know that this can go further, you know. This can be like if you want to test it out or everything. So yeah, actually we have right here the information, and I gonna say like, hey, and he's gonna say like this. So my first thought like gonna be like, hey, I'm looking for a vehicle, gray color or similar. Yeah. Uh, we're gonna say like, I don't care the style. No budget on mine. Mm, so yeah, this is the part from the prompt. Um, at the end, he's just like verifying that this is exactly what the final user wants. So I'm gonna say like yes. Um, here you go. He just dropped me like these colors, like this is platinum. This is great. This is great. Yeah, and exactly. So if I just ask him right now, like, um, this is just like saying in Spanish, hey, just show me the SUV that you have right now, and he give me a like this kind of information right here. Like this is our the SUV that we have right now, but I'm just saying that it could be any colors, you know. And right now he just dropped me all the SUV that they have on stock. So he it's gonna respond in every single language we are talking right now. So if I just type something, for example, like this, you know, he gonna respond like, "Hey," and now I just gonna say like, "You show me all the vehicles you have," and now he's gonna show me all the vehicles we have right now on stock, and he's keep just talking me on on this language. So as you can see, this was the real-time template that you can use it for your own. You can just change a little bit things right here, right there, and it will be really good for you to have all these template. Just in 5 steps, just making all this, it's really crazy. Just also just know you to let you know this has a little low cost of AI tokens per interaction. This is not like insane, like 200 token interaction. This is just like 70 or 50 tokens, AI tokens per interaction with the intelligence, artificial intelligence. So yeah, um, and just like a plus of this video, I'm gonna show you this right here. This. So just imagine the case that we only have the prompt and the data information from a Google Sheet. If we only have this information in the model, the artificial intelligence model of GPT of OpenAI has the capability to renderize images. How we can test it out? So yeah, right here I'm gonna show you. For example, if we have not connected all the steps by creating the dynamic carousel, we're gonna say only show me all the use you have. So yeah, I just write this right here, and he's gonna say like, okay. And this is example what it looks like the renderization. Okay, he's gonna render all the images we have right here, and he's gonna use it by his own because internally, as you can see, internally he have the capability to render images, and this is insanely good because if you don't want to use the way of the dynamic carousel, you can also just by go to this option of 2 blocks by the prompt. Just remember this step right here of the JSON JavaScript, and that will be all. So yeah, so this is all for this tutorial. Just let me know what you think in the comments. If you like to watch another videos of this, remember I'm gonna just keep uploading templates, tutorials, functions that helps you a lot of this, and I'm gonna do it on both English and Spanish. I know that my English is not really good, but I do whatever I can because everyone's deserve to learn how to implement these kind of solutions. We are gonna make it right here. So that will be all, and thank you for watching.